So the other day I was listening to The Sound of Silence. The Sound of Silence by Simon and Garfunkel. Although the disturbed cover version is also equally wonderful. I love this song. Well, for one, for the dank memes. Second, for its lyrics. And in particular, there are three lines in the song that resonated with me. And it goes like this. People talking without speaking. People listening without hearing. People writing songs that voices never share. It made me think, made me contemplate the present moment. People talking without speaking. Actions speak louder than words. Your nonverbal communication speaks for you. Your body language tells me more about you than you would like to share. It's not what you say you are, it's what you do that shows who you are. But does that mean we become cynical observers? I don't think so. Certainly we can be one if we choose, but it also gives us a chance for empathy and sympathy. A person with caved-in shoulders, his or her head looking down at the floor, a slouching back, are signs of low confidence, and someone not at their full potential. Maybe those are signs that this person needs some love. But this person may not want some love. I guess we will have to adapt based on our advances. Not every unhappy or lonely person would like to be approached. Some people like being alone, but hate being lonely. Some people want to socialize, but hate unauthentic interaction. Sometimes we can comfort someone without talking, without speaking. We don't have to talk by speaking. Just by being there for your loved ones, your friends in dire times, paints a better picture that speaks more than 1,000 words. I learned this in school. When someone's crying, don't ask what's wrong. Don't say you understand before they tell you the story. Don't give examples where the situation could have been worse. Because everyone's tolerance to pain is different. Simply give them a pack of tissues and say it's okay. Sometimes that's all someone needs. To know that it's not the end of the world and that there's light at the end of the tunnel. Someone can be sentenced to prison for 40 years. Another person finds out their spouse is cheating on them. Another person finds out their parents have passed away. But Stoicism says it's all okay. Because you will get through it like everything you've gone through in your past. A Call of Duty example would be rage quitting. You don't need to be on a mic for me to know you're mad. Respawning and coming back for the same camper tells me you are fuming under your nose more than you can ever express through your words. Picture can tell 1,000 words, but your body can tell 1,000,000 things about you. People listening without hearing. It's like voices transforming into sounds. Have you ever talked to someone in a conversation and zone out? You forgot what they are saying, so you nod. That has happened to me more times than I'm proud to admit. Choosing to hear or to listen is probably the best thing I've learned in my life. There are three things to consider when assessing whether a person is genuine in what they're saying. Body language, content of the message, and tone of voice. Body language is by seeing. Content of the message is by hearing. The tone of voice is by listening. There are limitless ways to speak a simple sentence. You are guilty. You are guilty. You are guilty. In life, we tend to daydream, move through the notions of life unconsciously. We have prototype actions to do common things in life. Only when things that cause us excitement, fear, or a sense of danger do we start to operate unconsciously. Anytime in our lives, we hear 1,000,000 different things. In a restaurant, if you sit still and listen, the noises you hear begins to transform into distinctive sounds once you chose to listen. I'm sitting in a restaurant right now. If I sit still and listen, I can hear the operations going on in the kitchen, the clangs and bangs of the kitchenware, the conversations in the other table, about how a friend doesn't want to help her friend study physics, the sighs from the sushi chef from working all day, and a million other things that you become aware of once you listen. It's like daredevil abilities, except you're not blind. I like meditation because of this new sense of awareness. It's essentially what mindfulness is. We are taught to inhale air through your nose and exhale air from your diaphragm through your mouth. Feel the contact points between the bottom of your feet and the ground, and suddenly your senses can paint a better picture of what you hear and see in life. A Call of Duty example would be, if you focus on what you see and hear, you can often interpret how a player is going to play, what routes they frequently go, so you can camp there and pre-fire before they expect it. People writing songs that voices never share. This line is more ambiguous, but I see it as potential that's suppressed because we are afraid of what's going to happen next. Once in a while, a great idea pops up in your head, but it's so hard to act upon it. I waited 9 years before I started YouTube. What could have been if I started in 2007? But was it for the better that I started YouTube once I've become more experienced in life? Or is it better to start early, fall and pick yourself back up again? Master Wayne, what's your answer? Is the quote, winning is for the prepared, luck is for the not prepared, true? Or is it better to be safe than sorry, or take the risk to reap in the great rewards? How much should we analyze before we paralyze ourselves? How much planning should we do before we get started on our next big project? Should we experience life liberally and go with the flow? Because then that's a life, right? Or should we prepare ourselves and play it safe for a more secure future? A few days ago, I stumbled upon this quote from the Get Motivated subreddit. Don't think about what can happen in a month. Don't think about what can happen in a year. Just focus on the next 24 hours in front of you and do what you can to get closer to where you want to be. This is probably the best advice I can offer to you. It's not important what happens in tens of years in the future. What's important is what you do in the foreseeable future that will help build the foundation of what you want in the years to come. Better to think that you will build a wall with 1 brick a day than to build a 60-feet wall by the end of the year. In life, I have so many aspirations and dreams, many things I want to achieve and accomplish, but I must also be realistic and pragmatic. Are 1,000 subscribers before 2017 a pipe dream? I don't think so. Stoicism describes hope as the disruption to any chance of inner peace. Hope only lifts you higher for the eventual fall. The greater your expectations, the lower your chances of being equally satisfied. I believe if we spend time honing our craft consistently, we can achieve our greatest dreams. If not, become content with what we achieve because we tried. Rejection feels better than regret, because if a younger version of you visited you on your deathbed, it won't be a sense of regret or conformity, but a sense of content and acceptance because you took your best shot. Thank you to each of you who has made it to the end. You are the best kind of subscriber that I can ask for. What are your views on the topic I've just said? PM me, leave me a comment, do whatever it needs be to let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching and take care. Enjoy the rest of this gameplay.